So the first thing I thought about was we need to increase our IQ. What is IQ? Intelligent quotient. We need to increase our intelligent quotient. Now, one may think, what does intelligence has to do with Krishna consciousness? But there is a problem. There are three people here: the false ego, the mind, and the intelligence. And this false ego is a mafia. It'll go on, it's like a dawn, It'll go on giving directions to the mind and intelligence. I want to do this. I'm the supreme enjoyer. Do this for me. Do that. Do this. So this false ego is like a mafia. And this mind accepts it. Okay, sir, I accepted your order. And the intelligence starts executing the order, right? Let's say I want to eat ice cream, okay? Let's say a child wants to eat ice cream. So now the false ego gives that instruction, I want to eat ice cream. And the mind says, okay, sir, done. And the intelligence will now start making plans. How to make mom and dad agree to get me an ice cream, what to do, what excuses I can make. This is how the whole nexus works, right? So the false ego is the boss. Now the thing is, in the lives of pure devotees, false ego is the real ego. So even if the real ego is the boss, there is no harm, because the real ego is completely convinced that I am the servant of Krishna and my life is for making Krishna happy. So the moment the ego gives that instruction, the mind says, okay, sir, and the intelligence starts making plan how to serve Krishna nicely. So there is no issue in their life. They're happy. And the materialistic people are also very happy because they are completely convinced that this life is for my enjoyment and my entertainment. So they give instruction to the intelligence and mind, I want to enjoy. And the mind and the intelligence, they start working in that direction. So they are also comfortable. Who is not comfortable is us, the sadhakas. Because sometimes, our ego will become real ego. I am servant of Krishna. I don't want to enjoy myself. I want to do something for Krishna. But sometimes our ego becomes, turns into false ego. It will go on changing dress. And then you will say, no, I want to go for this party. I want to go for this vacation. I want to go for this entertainment. So now all the time the mind is whether I should go for sense gratification or not. Whether I should go for this party or not. It's always in dilemma. Because we are not able to take on one particular role. Always switching between two roles, right? So let's remove this boss who is very confusing. This false ego, this boss in our hearts. Pure devotees' hearts, no problem. Materialistic people heart, no problem. Our heart, this boss is very confused. Sometimes this boss says, let's enjoy. Sometimes says, no, let's do Krishna Seva. So let's remove him from the position of boss. So who will take up the boss now? There are only 3 people working in our office. False ego, mind and intelligence. So let's make our intelligence the boss. And let's remove the false ego from being in the position of the boss. So how to make the intelligence boss? Now something the intelligence has to do to become the CEO of the company. So we have to empower our intelligence. So when we empower our intelligence with scriptural knowledge, we read from Bhagavatam, we read from Bhagavad Gita, we read from Chaitanya Charitamrita, we read scriptures, then the intelligence becomes the boss. And now the intelligence will tell the false ego, look, you're not the boss. Okay? You're not the sole enjoyer. Krishna is the supreme enjoyer, and this is how I'm going to work. So everything will fall into place. So we need to increase our intelligent quotient, the IQ. When we read scriptures, then we analyze, we understand things as they are supposed to be understood. We're supposed to understand that everything that's happening in this world, there is Krishna's hand behind it. So how will we understand that unless and until we increase our intelligent quotient?
Sab Krishna, Krishna, Krishna lage. Sab Krishna.